Poland is getting ready for war, but not to protect Ukraine from Russia as many might think. Instead, it is preparing for its own potential conflict with Russia should Ukraine fall to Moscow. Yes, you heard that correctly. Poland is now officially preparing for a scenario in which NATO loses in Ukraine and this leads to direct Polish involvement. The situation makes one realize that the war in Ukraine is not just an isolated event, it's part of a larger ongoing struggle between NATO and Russia. Some believe that once the conflict in Ukraine ends, peace will follow. However, others argue that this is just the beginning, with Poland potentially becoming the next major battleground, like Ukraine was. The strategy here seems to be keeping Russia occupied and wearing it down, benefiting US interests at the expense of both Europe and Russia. Before diving deeper into this idea, it's important to understand how Poland is preparing itself militarily. Poland is in the process of acquiring a large number of advanced weapons. General Rajmund Andrzejczak, who previously served as chief of the Polish General Staff, revealed that Poland is acquiring 800 missiles, each with a range of 900 kilometers. While he did not specify what types of missiles these are, we know that Poland has already been buying significant amounts of weaponry from South Korea and the US. This includes hundreds of K-239 Chunmoo missile systems from South Korea and HIMARS rocket systems from the US. Poland reportedly plans to buy over 500 HIMARS systems and exactly 288 Chunmoo launchers, in addition to tens of thousands of rockets for these systems. Clearly, Poland is building up its military strength at an alarming rate. But why is Poland so focused on stocking up weapons? There are two main reasons. First, Poland seems to believe that Ukraine's defeat is imminent. Ukraine has already suffered huge losses in battles like the Kursk offensive. Moreover, Kyiv is now struggling to secure more financial aid and weapons from its Western allies. Major NATO countries, especially the US and Germany, have significantly pulled back their support. Germany, in particular, appears to believe that Ukraine may no longer be capable of reclaiming the territories it has lost to Russia. This signals to Poland and other nations that Ukraine's ability to continue the war is nearing its end. You might think that when Ukraine collapses, the war will stop. But NATO seems to have a different plan. This brings us to the second reason behind Poland's weapon stockpiling. General Andrzejczak has made it clear that Poland must rethink its policy towards Russia if the Kyiv regime collapses. He even laid out a possible scenario in which, after a Russian victory in Ukraine, Russian forces could be stationed dangerously close to Poland's borders, in cities like Lviv, Brest, and Grodno. According to him, if Russia were to attack even a small part of Lithuania, NATO would respond instantly, not after a day, but within the first minute. Andrzejczak argued that Poland would target strategic locations up to 300 kilometers away and would even consider attacking St. Petersburg directly. This is quite an aggressive plan. Andrzejczak emphasized that Poland must take the initiative to make Russia understand that any attack on Poland or the Baltic states would mean its downfall. He believes this is the only way to prevent the Kremlin from launching an attack. It is becoming clear that NATO may be setting Poland up to face the same fate as Ukraine. Poland may be rapidly buying weapons to bolster its military power, but one crucial point remains: Russia's strategic arsenal far exceeds that of Poland. Should a conflict arise, Russia could potentially destroy Poland in a matter of minutes. This raises the question of whether Poland's military leaders like General Andrzejczak should pause and carefully consider the potential consequences of provoking such a powerful adversary.